You've eaten Gotham's wealth, its spirit, but your feast is nearly over.
This isn't a blood pool. It's an operating table. And I'm the surgeon. Why aren't you laughing?
From this moment on, none of you are safe.
Welcome to the Batman Book Club, a podcast exploring the Dark Knight Library. I'm your host, Ryan Lauer. The Batman Book Club is a proud member of the Batman Podcast Network, hosted by Batman on Film. Just go to batmanonfilm.com and click on podcast, and you'll find the Batman Podcast Network. Batman Book Club is also on Patreon, so if you like what's going on with the show and you want to help support the show, keep the generators running in the Wayne Manor study, go to patreon.com/thebatmanbc. Now, this spooky month has come to an end, which means we're going to talk about new Batman comics that came out this month, and I can't do spooky conversations without the spookiest individual that I've ever come across in person. He's a mad frolicker this time of year. It's one Sir Peter Verra. Peter, hello.
Hello, Lauer.
Hello, Vera. It's your second time on this show this month.
Is
which,
this how many months in a
it.
row has this
Twice.
become? Is it twice?
Twice.
2 months in a row?
Yeah, 2 months in a row. It seems like
I'm
even
sure
more
the haters
because
love this.
it seems like
I'm sure they enjoy.
everybody loves you. Why don't you just stop it right there? Everybody loves you.
There's some people who don't love me.
Oh, I'm on one hand, I can count like the biggest fans of Peter Verra. Okay, not gonna
Shut
mention
up.
it here because I don't want other
You're-
people to be jealous, and think they got to step up their Peter fandom. But
I use this word for only the most special of people, but that's a dipshit comment.
the most special people. So I'm special, Pete's special, and there's a bunch of people that are special because they are Pete's biggest fans. Now, Pete, it seems like this month we've done a lot more this month because we have. You were on episode with your pal, Andy Lucas. We talked his first reading of The Long Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I was on your show, Italians for Spidey.
That's right. It's unreleased, but you were on it.
It's not released. Oh, snap, my bad. coming soon on Pete's Spider-Man show.
Remember? No, well, last show I was like, I got to get Lauer on the show because I remember last Spidey show, I couldn't book. I couldn't just. We didn't work together, so like there was no time that was compatible. So I just released it with me and Adam, and I was like, yeah, hey, you know what?
Yeah, it works.
I don't care. It's my show. What are you gonna
That's
do?
right. Your rules.
So, I'll do what I want.
That's
so
right.
I just released half of the show essentially. So I was like, I'm gonna get Lauer next week. I got to, and now I have to book Adam for like. So I'm like, now it's just swapped. You're ready. You're in the can. You're edited, and I just got to get a hold of Adam.
That's a hell of a tease. Italians for Spidey Coalition. Go follow that if you haven't already, because I'll be on there sometime. But what is out is our third collaboration this month, in which you and I were on Batman on Film podcast talking about your New York Comic Con experience.
Oh, wow. So this is like the fourth podcast we've done this month.
And now, because I blanked on it a little bit, but no, then there's a fourth time and that you and I finally returned to No Man's Land. And on the Batman Book Club YouTube channel, we talked our next section of issues in the No Man's Land Omnibus. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. And Pete, now for the fifth time.
Talking to you. Wait, this is 5? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So with
That's work week.
the Long Halloween, Spidey, unreleased, No Man's Land, BOF podcast, and then now Batman Book Club. That's 5.
Wow. So
Damn.
This has become our job. This is
pretty much.
This is it. Bill decided to pay us, and we're now full-time Batman on Filmers.
We charge by the minute, not the hour.
The union rate.
Yeah, we'll say. We can calculate this by the time that we say goodbye of like how much this is right here.
Bill's gonna be like, damn it, I could have bought the Cowboys.
Especially like, at this rate where they're at right now. That's a lot of talking for us, and we're not even talking about the times that we've talked on the phone. Those are not available to release.
No, those are the Holzyfans exclusives.
Holzyfans exclusives.
Holzyfans. He's got his own website now, dedicated to himself.
Bunch of feet pics, but there you go. All those areas that you can follow and check out if you, for some reason, want more Lauer Vera talk. You can go to those outlets and track it down. So, Pete,
Wait, but
let's
to be honest with you, before we
Yeah.
actually dive into it, I think we actually do talk about Holzman as much as we talk about everything else in the shows.
Yeah.
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 Like half the show is just Holzman.
Yeah. I did re-listen to, our conversation with Andy for the Long Halloween. If people were having a drinking game at the Holzman mentions in that, everybody would be schmammered. There's a lot of Holzman talk on that one.
Oh, you can never get enough Holzman.
No, never. Not enough. I wonder what he is for Halloween.
He can't be Aquaman because he'd just be himself.
Yeah. It's got to be something else. Maybe. Yeah, I don't
He
know.
could be the
Okay.
next Jets star
about it.
quarterback.
Next Jet Star quarterback. Excellent. All right, Pete. Let's do our final conversation of the month, shall we?
Sure.
Yes, let's
Sure.
do it. All right, let's talk about Batman comics released in October. As is the case, as always, and as I think I start every one of these wrap-up episodes, Pete, the first Wednesday of the month saw a brand new issue of the legacy title, Batman. Batman #2 from the new team of Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. You were higher than I was on the first issue, but that doesn't mean I had a negative review of the first issue. I thought the first issue was fun. It was good. And I kind of just left it at that. This month, a carry on of that a little bit. We had some flashbacks that connected to the present. We got, I will always get giddy, as I'm sure all Bat fans will, when they spot Anton vs. Batmobile in comic book pages or actually anywhere. And part of the flashbacks did contain that. We had some really good Tim Drake Robin moments. So I will always take Tim Drake or Dick Grayson over Damian as Robin. So I really appreciated those. I guess the lesson overall in the whole issue, and because we were left on a little bit of a cliffhanger last month, and it was cool to jump in here and see a few moments before that cliffhanger, and then of course continue on with the story. This is a dynamic duo issue, and I always say, like, my preference is a dark solo Batman, but that does not mean in any way that I am against Batman and Robin. And so I thought this was a pretty fun,
Just the
pretty
movie.
good.
Just the movie.
I like watching the movie. I will put that movie on. I'm not saying I love the movie or anything, but I'll put that movie on of my own choosing at least once a year. Because why the hell not? It's nostalgic at this point, and I'm not gonna.
For that reason, yes. But
Yeah, right. Yeah,
got to
it's
get
not
better.
great. This dynamic duo comic is better than Batman and Robin the movie. There, I said
Yes.
it. Whoa,
Yes.
hot take.
That's
But overall, I thought it was a good Batman and Robin issue. It was, and it didn't go to, which I've told you many times, I don't like the whole getting too mushy, Batman being way too mushy sort of crap with Robin, whether it's Damian or another one. But it didn't get to that line. This is just definitely more 2 issues in. It's a Batman Forever kind of Batman over the Dark Knight or the Batman kind of comic, and that's completely fine because we're getting that somewhere else. Go ahead.
That's a bit
Go ahead.
steeper than I would say. I don't see, because I love this thing. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. First of all, I think Jorge Jimenez finally has it. I'm very excited for it. I think he's finally going to get his really solid Batman story to go along with his art. Robin looks absolutely phenomenal. Suit's great. I could use a little green. That's just my personal preference. But overall, it's wonderful. Love the fade. Haircut's great. Overall, just love Batman and Robin. I'm not willing to say it's like kitty Batman. Like, if you're going to go Batman Forever, I think it's a little bit more serious than that, even though it is blue Batman. Like, I just, maybe the context of Batman and the whole like father adopted son thing is a little bit in there, but I don't think it really loosens the story or makes it too light. Personally,
I think. Well, let me further explain with that and give some context. Batman Forever is more popcorn-y than The Dark Knight or The Batman.
Okay. Yeah.
And in comparison, Batman First Night or Batman Second Night from last month, we'll take that. That's dark, gritty,
Okay.
mature Batman. Whereas this, I would not say is dark, gritty, mature, but it's not fluff
Mhm.
either. And I think that's where my comparison is.
To
So
me,
if
this
my
is like ideal Batman, honestly, like Batman
gotcha,
and Robin working in tandem. Where it's not too much or too little.
hmm
Either way, it kind of toes the line perfectly. Batmobile, in my opinion, is a hybrid of Reeves and Snyder. Just the way it looks, especially from the side. If you, I don't know what you think about that. I dig the
Zack
Batmobile.
Snyder.
Yeah, which I guess would be what the hell is that guy's name? Tentopoulos. I can't remember his
You're
production
saying Nick
designer's name.
Totopoulos,
Tentopoulos.
Matthew
Yeah,
Broderick
so
from Godzilla.
yes. Okay, if we're going there, I forgot how
All
to
right,
pronounce his name, so
I don't either.
you know, so the cult doesn't come after me. But that was my bad. So that's cool. I dig that. Um, and yeah, just I'm into what Fraction's doing, especially with Batman and Robin. That's the most fascinating thing. The Vandal Savage stuff, which I know is kind of like the main plot point, is still like secondary to me, just because I mean, for like the last like 4 months, dude, I've just been like basking in Batman and Robin, so I'm just really
Yeah,
excited. Like I feel
I
like it's been
feel
a long time since we've had consistent Batman and Robin together in
yeah.
books, a book, and we've gotten it like 4 times a month now. It's pretty nuts.
I think so. I think the Savage part is this is just a prediction. Clearly, I know nothing, but I think it's to get Gordon back into that seat. Maybe it's a long game. I
Yeah, I
don't
hope
know.
so.
Hopefully it is because that's just something you and I have said many times. I like status quo Batman. I just do. The last month, the first issue, they brought Alfred back in a way that I'm like, I'd rather Alfred just be
I think
alive.
beat cop Gordon, like working his way up into the police department though, or working his way back to the top, is a way more acceptable for me than AI Alfred. As much as like I was
Yeah,
like,
I
yes,
agree.
Alfred's back, like just because it's like it was stupid of them to kill him off to begin with.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which
you
let
know,
me say again here, because many people haven't read that or heard that. And Tom King said on this show, even Tom King was not going to kill Alfred, but
yeah, it
DC
was
ended
his
up
fault.
mandating it. Was not Tom King's fault. All right. But I'm with you. The Batmobile, I was going to say, I actually, I know some people have an issue if a Batmobile looks standard-ish, look more like a car. When I see this image of this Batmobile, that side view, I hear the Reeves Batmobile revving up.
Mhm.
And I freaking love that because I love the sound of that car. I love that car. So I have no problems with it. And you know what?
It's
It
kind
puts
of got
some
a
little
forever
bat
rims
symbol.
too, you know.
Yeah, I
Kind of
was
got
gonna say
forever
the
rims.
rims. Like it's got some good. It's put the rims on there, to make it comic booky. There you go. But overall, I think with this team, like 2 for 2 so far, and
Yeah.
I'm perfectly like, even though I'm not sitting here saying like, "Oh, I love this, it's so great," or anything. I'm definitely not shitting on it either.
Oh,
I'm very
it's so
happy with
enjoyable
this.
to me.
It's an easy read, and I do remember what happened in both issues, and I think that's become key because there's been some while we've been doing these wrap ups where I'm just like, Pete, I don't remember what happened in the last issue. Hey, this is 2 for 2. I remember what's happened. Easy to jump into and read. I'm
Mhm.
entertained and I enjoy it. To me, that's 2 for 2. So,
It's so digestible
yep,
for Batman
exactly.
fans. I don't know what more you want out of a Batman book than that. Like that kind of covers everything. Like the only thing that's
Yep.
missing is like I don't know an appearance from like the Joker. I don't know. Like really, honestly,
Yeah,
it's
which
kind of great in what
uh,
it is.
a
My take.
I'd even say like a member of Batman's rogues, but hey, we saw Killer Croc last month, so there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So and Vandal's been around long enough by now.
And its strength is I mean, always in some of the beloved aspects of like year one and in earlier Batman stories is Batman taking on a corrupt Gotham Police Department. Well, this is kind of a version of that, right? Like as we saw this issue there, I mean, of the two police, I mean,
This is
one of
even
them
worse
was
because you
not a
got the
good
bad guy
dude.
on the inside.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, okay,
He's
it's a
more
little
than
bit not more of the same, but in a
little
related
twist,
version twist. There you go.
little ooksis in there.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of Uxas. All right, that was it as far as Batman centric issue that month. So then, uh, you all heard how happy Pete was just talking about a Batman comic, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the second Wednesday of the month, we saw Absolute Batman number 13. Pete, Catwoman, Absolute Catwoman is showing up finally, fully decked out in her suit. You can go
I
ahead
like
and
the
go
suit.
first. Yeah.
Man, I just
The helmet. The helmet is the one thing where I was a
I
little
like
like,
the helmet. Really? I like the
eh.
helmet.
I was like a little but it grew on me into where I was like went from to like, it's fine.
I
So
think it's pretty decent. I just again more of the same. I just don't like anything about this.
there you go.
The Red Shoe Diary scene with Batman and Selina just felt like really forced and ridiculous. I actually like Selina for the most part. I think the Harley Quinn stuff is horrible. Bane was pretty good, but like the story is just stupid. Alfred and Selina, they have a dumb moment together. Batman's speech, right, like was it or is it? Yeah, Batman's speech was just horrendous and like the most eye roll thing. Bane, you bitch, I'm Batman. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is like college humor. It's written by I refuse to believe that Snyder thinks like this is like a good version of Batman. I think this is like we need you to do this. Can you write like hardcore metal Batman on acid like you did before? And he's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Check clears. I just think this is just abysmal. Like this is the most god awful thing I've read in so long. I can't stand it. Everything
All
about it is
right.
just a miss.
There
Yeah, I'm
you
sorry.
go.
I don't know what Javi and Bill want me to think about this, but it's horrible.
Uh,
Overall, it's just
let's
bad.
see. I want the bat out first. The Harley Quinn, terrible. What a puke of a design. Just ugh. That in this book, I tell you every month, I feel like this book it does have in like every issue a look how great and badass that this different design is. And this month is Harley Quinn's is the new one, and I think it's awful. I think it's I think it's my least favorite design out of anything in Absolute Batman we've read so far. Uh, I think it's trash. I just think it's trash. That's my biggest negative out of all of it. My not as negative push is like Alfred's just kind of non-existent in this arc, I think.
But he
And
knew everything was gonna happen.
yeah, he knew everything. Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
okay.
I
Like
didn't
I
tell
think
you, but he knew it was
it's
gonna happen.
I'm not won over by Alfred in this at all. Um, the Selena, I don't know if you saw it when she's dressed as Catwoman, she wears her whip like it's like thong panties. It's just kind of like
I did not notice
what?
that. I did not notice that.
It's like, okay. And then my negatives are kind of done at that. Like there, I think I keep saying I think that this Bane arc is better than the Zoo arc, the opening arc. Um, I I don't mind reading some of that stuff. I didn't necessarily mind the uh, Bruce and Selena aspect of it all because it's just like, all right, it's
You want to
building
talk
its
about it?
character
No. Do you want to talk
development.
about it? No. Do you want to talk about it? No. Do you want to talk?
And it's like, okay, that's fine, except for the say. That shit's still so eye rolly to me. Um, the are you over everybody had like doing the same kind of nods to the Dark Knight Returns? I just think
I don't
it's
know, man. We're at that age where the people who worship that thing are now creating. So
I know, but it's
I have
just
no
like
problem with it.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I get it. That's just like out of the Dark Knight Returns. I'm just all right. It's just I just see it more so in which people can even say like, well, there's tons of nods to Batman comic book panels all over
I
the
got
place.
no
That's
problem
true,
with
but
people giving Frank his due. I got no problem with it. No, no,
yeah.
no. So
All right.
I think he deserves
Um,
it. I think he's earned it.
there's a piece here where Bane's talking to whoever the one doctor is and said, "Soon you'll have my replacement, and he'll have his new Bane. Then I'll finally go home." So in this, soon you'll have my replacement, Batman as Bane, and he'll Joker have his new Bane. Leaving the Joker portion out of this peak, because I don't want to get you too riled up. So this is kind of winning. So let's see something different from the Bane introduction. When Bane was introduced in the 90s, he was a machine. There was no like, let's feel so sorry and bad for Bane. This is a little different than that in that, this is a villain we're getting a little bit behind. We got a little bit of his origin story before
Mhm.
that Alfred knew all about. And here too is giving a little, then I can, I'll finally go home. So like he's doing what he has to, and then he can get home. Does that kind of get the
Well,
absolute universe shit out of it, does that bother you with a character like Bane, or
no,
you
because
don't
I
care?
think Dixon did it before. Didn't he eventually
The
add on to
Vengeance
the
of
origin of
Bane.
Bane with the teddy bear and the hole and
Yeah.
everything? So it's been done before. No, I actually think that's been one of the things about this whole absolute thing that I've enjoyed the most,
Hmm.
because it hasn't been much, is
Yeah.
Bane. I think
Yeah.
that's actually a highlight of what I consider a horrible Batman title.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I I said it earlier. Bane and Selina have been probably the best things about this. Everything about the friends and all that jazz, especially Croc, has been a crock of shit. Um,
Heyo.
but Bane I've actually enjoyed, so I have no problem with what they've done with Bane.
All
I
right.
actually kind of find it interesting. Um, Everything else is interesting for negative reasons, especially when the Joker gets involved, because now
We've
he's
seen.
the hunchback of like Godzilla. So I have no idea what's going on with that.
Yeah. And stay tuned because that's coming. All right. Let's move on. Unless you want to say any more.
It's different, that's for
Okay.
sure.
Wow, I thought you'd fire back something a little more negative. Good for you. You're evolving. We'll be back on a positive train here, I think. Batman and Robin, number 26. Pete was just talking about Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo popping up in some comics throughout the month. So Philip Kennedy Johnson continues his run. I think this is like his 13th issue, maybe, or something. Uh, Fico Asio, artist. Pete, this continues. It says the Quiet Man Part 2, but this is more of Hobo with a Shotgun to me. Uh, I really dug this issue. I thought it was great. I love. Clearly, this is Returns Penguin. You and I are huge fans of Returns Penguin, and I see the fallout of the big shootout from last month. There's a little detective work here, a little bit more behind the story of this guy, the hobo with a shotgun, a little confrontation amongst two villains, popular villains in Batman's history, and then the how that all ends, comes about, gets ramped up, gets violent, gets action heavy, all that. I think 2 issues in, and this is so far to me much better than that last arc with whatever his name was. Because this just
Yeah, the ghost thing.
is, yeah, this is just more. It's more grounded, and anytime you can bring in some popular members of the Rogues and it's not just force fit, it works. So you got Two-Face and Penguin. I'm like, I'm in. You've got more than one. Like, yes, gimme. And then to also tease about what's to come in a character that I think I even talked. No, we talked about actually in the No Man's Land conversation this month. That there's going to be more of that character popping up. I just thought this was a really good issue. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a blast with it. Damien is Robin this issue, so
Hmm.
just to keep track of things,
Yeah,
that's what's going on. But yeah, I just again have a lot
didn't
of fun
hate
with it.
him.
I
I didn't
think
hate
this
him.
is a little bit more gritty to
Yeah,
what you were talking about than the other one. Just as much fun.
yeah,
I'm really trying to figure out what's going on here. Just overall, like I love when it seems like the greater Gotham City gets
yeah.
involved in Batman antics, and that's kind of what seems to happen. This is just kind of like, a normal guy with a vendetta, essentially. Love Oswald again. Another great Batmobile shot here.
Yeah.
And you could see it's the same Batmobile that was in Batman. So like I appreciate the consistency there.
The
Uh,
suit of Batman is the same as well, and I think they incorporated that last month as well.
Yeah, this is a little bit more navy. That one's a little bit more lighter blue, which is cool. Don't mind that. But yeah, I'm really digging this story. I can't wait to find out where it goes. Overall, this has been a great arc.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin in general, 26 issues. Like that's man, 2 years I've been having a blast. I said it just seconds ago, but man, we went a long time without some good Batman and Robin, and now we got just it's a buffet out there,
It's
bro.
working. It's
I'm
working.
enjoying it.
And you're getting
Sucks
your
to be a
solo
hater.
Batman with Absolute Batman. So
Uh,
crickets.
yeah.
This was a big
Yep.
Wednesday because Pete, we're not going to talk both of them. We're going to go week by week here. But
Oh,
this,
really? Wow.
after a
Interesting.
delay, we got the next chapter, the penultimate issue of Batman: The Long Halloween, the last Halloween, issue number 9. Jeff Loeb and artist Chris Samney, who we have been familiar with the Batman and Robin Year One book. Pete, you can take this away.
This was great. Just overall. I mean, I love the deception. I love just how Loeb juggles things. Everything with Selena and the Falcones was brilliant. I loved how that was executed. If you haven't read When in Rome, please read When in Rome.
Yes,
I think that's essential to the long Halloween
it's part of the
saga,
saga.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it just is as much as like, Haunted Night is. So it's up there. You guys got to read that one. I love the Grayson and Batman interactions. That was great. As much as I love Dark Victory, I could have always used just a little bit more Robin,
sure.
like just for
Yep.
me. But so I'm getting that in this, which I'm loving, and just everything about it. Dick Grayson kind of stole the show for me. Stoic
Nice.
Batman was great, but I had so much fun with this, and the next one, man, I kind of don't want this to be the last Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah. Which we
I kind
can.
of want them to go like 80s slash and be like, you thought that was the last Halloween? Well, this is the real last Halloween.
This is the last final Halloween. The final last Halloween. Something like that. I don't know. More
Yes.
comments on that here in a few. But yeah, I'm with you. I really dug this. I really enjoyed the Falcone meeting that opened up the issue and
Hmm.
the surprise guest there that surprised everyone. Great Batman and Catwoman moments
Oh
in
God,
this. Great art from Samney, which I'm not surprised. I mean, it's as much as like his 2-page city
I
spread,
know, I
Batman and Catwoman
know.
falling. That's
Isn't
awesome.
it great?
Yeah, I think this guy is on a high level here. Stepping out of
He's on
that
a
other
heater.
story and jumping in here. He could have done. I know I've said it a couple times. For the last Halloween, he could have done this whole series, and I think it would have looked great. I think he would have been a good fit for
Did you
this.
catch the BTAS grapnel gun
No.
when Catwoman and Batman are like falling? That's definitely a BTAS grapnel gun in my opinion.
Okay, stand by.
Look at standing by, standing by,
Oh
standing
yeah,
by. Oh, yeah, okay.
nice. Look at you. Yeah, little ooksness
Oopsies.
grapnel.
Oopsies.
Ooksness grapnel on that.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, and then yeah, I'll have more to say in a few, but I just thought, this was a good issue too. Only thing that's standing out up to this point, the only thing that stood out to me is the Sienkiewicz issue, which
Hmm.
is issue number 5. I think was the only issue of the bunch thus far that I thought was okay. And yeah, I don't know, more here soon. So also,
I
and then
gotta
the
go. I
last,
gotta go look at it. I gotta remember.
yeah, the last issue of the week, penultimate issue, Batman, Dark Patterns.
Mhm.
Your boy Daniel Waters, Hayden Sherman, both working on this beast together. I talked to you, Peter Verra, on the telephone and said that I read this issue and I was a little like, for like the first time in all 11 issues of Dark Patterns. I did reread it, and I think when I read it was when I was in a state of tired and almost nodding off because I had a better time reading it the second time and everything clicked a little bit more and made more sense. And I don't, this is 2 of the 3. I don't think this might be my least favorite of the um, arcs presented in Dark Patterns thus far, but that also doesn't mean that that's necessarily a negative. I do
Mhm.
like it. And I'm just curious to rehash this dude that's behind. I mean, would you call him the baby? I don't know. This dude
The
setting the
baby.
fires, the journalist.
Mm.
Do we, Nikki Harris, do like, should it click with me like, oh man, it was him because we've seen him throughout? The Dr. Sarika, like we saw him from issue 1. So
Mhm.
he's definitely, I understand. But the other guy, have I forgotten about him or is he new for this arc?
I believe it's for the Ark,
Okay.
if I'm
Because
not
I think
mistaken.
that's where I could maybe have a little more um I don't know, I could sit up, I could lean in more for this issue if it was a character that maybe was planted in the previous 9 issues or something. In which if he is, and I've just
Mhm.
forgotten when I do a whole reread of this when the trade comes out in the spring, maybe it'll click more. But outside of that, art's still fantastic. Layouts are awesome. Um, yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I got a lot of the Batman vibes while reading this one. I don't know about
Hmm.
you. Especially when he's like surrounded by all of the papers and everything, and he's got the dark, and he
Oh
looks
yeah, on the
really
floor.
tired. Yeah, like that whole scene just kind of like really gave me the Batman vibes, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So just needed a bearded Alfred. But I don't know. I like this. I like how like kind of just creepy this story is. It's kind of unsettling in a way, and I
Yeah.
kind of like what Waters is doing. It's very uneasy at times,
Hmm.
but like it's unlike any of the other books because it's very cool in the colors. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
like reds and yellows and
The
blues
pinks
and
pop up.
pinks. Yeah, like I guess reds would be warm colors. I don't know. I got to relook at my spectrum, but like I just love the way the book looks. Like it's just it doesn't look like any other book, so
Hmm.
it's different in that aspect. And then it's a very uneasy title. Like it's just I don't know. Like what? Yeah, the baby. What were you? I don't. I never thought of calling him the baby. I didn't know what to call him. You know?
I mean, wasn't didn't he? I mean,
Does he
as you're
say
talking, I
it? Did I
guess I
miss
can
it?
look. I thought that he'd said that at some point. He
Okay,
said something. The
maybe
child, not baby, the child.
the
The
child.
child.
Okay,
There we
yeah.
go.
It's like oh yeah, like it just because it's such a creepy little. I get like My Bloody Valentine vibes. You know,
Well
like
done.
that's kind
Yeah.
of what I think of when I see this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm digging this. Like dark patterns. Way to go, Daniel Waters. Like way to deliver something different for 2 years.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I dig it. So we'll see how it all wraps up, in which there's supposed to be more, because Hayden Sherman even said on social media, and I think I said this last month too, that he couldn't mention what it was, but there was more Batman related something to come. So,
What would
all
you
right,
do if
I
the
welcome
Ninja
it.
Turtles entered the Dark Patterns universe?
Cool. I would
Okay.
buy it. I mean, I don't know what, I don't know. I will buy it.
Be like, no, I can't do this.
Uh, I don't know how, like that might even be too dark for them. Like they've done some mature stuff, but I don't know. This is a dark and kind of dirty world. So
Remember, they
it,
made Donatello a cyborg once.
yeah, that's true. And I know I just said of like these turtles that live in a sewer, and yet Gotham might be too dark and dirty for them. New York sewer on top of it. Let's go. The next week, next Wednesday, Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 44.
Hard of
Robin
fire.
and Supergirl go on a date, Peter. They go on another date. You can start this one off.
I'm really pulling for you, Grayson.
Yeah.
Really pulling for you. I don't.
All
I have
right.
fun with it. It's. I don't know. I kind of got like vibes of that like Tom King, Superman, Batman carnival story, right?
The date night one. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is except this is Supergirl and Robin, and it was just a little bit more lighthearted, I guess. But you know, they were kidnapped. I don't know. I like how there was like the kryptonite thing, and Robin had to use his techniques, and she has hers, and it was a cool little blend of it. It's just it's fun. It's Mark Waid. It's a blast. Like I don't know. Like if you don't like this, you don't like comic books. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Um, didn't they had an issue where they went on a date before, right?
Yeah, this is like it's kind of been like teased. They've been like partners and like crisis. It's kind of been like a going theme about this.
So
I don't
this was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Now hold on. And when I say that, as in
hold
like
on.
one that I did not enjoy. I thought this was fun. This isn't something I will seek out or necessarily want more of,
Mhm.
but they teased it at the end of last month's issue that this was coming up, and I was like, okay, it's not. I'll read it because that's what we do. Because we put in the work for this show, for the entertainment of the people, and I did. I thought this was fun, easy to
It's a good like
follow.
palate cleanser, in my opinion.
Yeah, get us, just here's a little detour of just like a random little story that's fun, and then by the end, I mean, who hasn't had the thought of like, man, if I could just hook up in the Batmobile and look at you, Robin. Although it wasn't a Batmobile, never mind. Wait, no, it wasn't. It was just a fancy car. Um,
All that matters is he's getting it in.
he sure is.
That's right.
Way to go, Robin.
He's Batman's like little notch on that utility belt, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
No kryptonite needed.
How could you? And Batman's like, Clark, let the man work. Okay, let him
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
Um,
Meanwhile, Batman's like, "Did I tell you about the time I banged Gordon's wife, daughter on a
It's not the
rainy
only
rooftop?"
action in that, but yeah. Jeez. Don't brag about that one, Batman. Brag about all the others. Let's move
Shut.
on. Detective Comics next week. Detective Comics 1102. Pete, this is your book that you review on BOF, so of course you get the old crack at it.
Oh, the old crackerino. Oh, Lauer. What can I say? What can I do? I'm just having fun with this. This is not as dark as Dark Patterns. I think this fits in line a little bit more with Batman. If you
Mhm.
if we're going to talk about the comic book tone that we're reading, Lauer, that's what we're talking about.
comic books.
Actually, this book, Yannon, does a fantastic job of doing what was done in Dark Patterns. Who did the colors in that one? They're very similar, actually. If I can credit, because Yannon is he's a do-it-all. He does everything. He's unbelievable. The guy's a monster.
Yeah.
Yannon, I don't know what to say. Colorist in Dark Patterns was Triona Farrell. I don't know if I pronounced that well, right, but like I just like the mixing of all the colors, and this one's very orange and blue, a little bit of yellow in there. I dig it. I'm into this whole Batman virus clock counting down thing. We'll see if King can nail this villain. That's kind of my only problem. Like, this kind of gives me
It's
vibes of
Tom
last
Taylor,
arc.
not Tom King.
You
did the old comic book mix-up
I
that a
did-
lot
I
of
did
fans
it.
constantly
I
do.
did
You
it.
did it, Pete.
I got my Australia mixed up for my Secret Service agent.
Yep.
What am I going to
That's
do? I'm
right.
a bad American. Sorry. So Taylor's kind of had like a villain problem the past two arcs, but they always they started off both hot and heavy, and I really like that. Penguin
And
Bullet,
then
the last
faded a little
one.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. And in here we've got Batman and just and Mr.
Lewis
Terrific, I
King.
guess, essentially. A little bit of
Lewis
Oracle in
King.
there. That was kind of cool. The whole like James Bond Casino Royale thing
Yeah,
was kind
right?
of interesting. Like I enjoyed
Yeah.
that. But you're like, he's got to get this, and this guy's like, look at me, I look like an Aztec warrior or something. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
he puts on this stupid mask.
Not to mention who Bruce accompanies to that casino. Another redhead, Peter. Oh, another redhead enters the
Did I ever tell you
conversation.
about the time I banged Gordon's daughter on a rainy rooftop in a cartoon? I got a thing for the redheads. Yeah. So I had fun with this. It's just. This to me is just like, oh man, this is just good Batman. We are on such a run. Like, what was it, like 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? We were
Oh,
like,
yeah, Dark Times.
everything sucks. Everything sucks. Everything's horrible. And meanwhile, I'm like, strawberry jacuzzi. This is great.
Yeah.
Let's party, bro.
Those were ones of like the looking forward to doing the wrap ups was just because you and I could bullshit. It wasn't about what we were talking about. That wasn't the fun part because it was just kind of
Yeah, we're like, Ron V's got
this is not great.
Batman
I don't
hanging
enjoy
by a
this.
noose.
I wish
Like,
Jeff
what?
Loeb would come back and do some Batman work.
Little do we know, he came back and he did two stories at once, and
Yeah,
he didn't even
he
finish
did.
one.
yeah.
And he wouldn't answer my questions at Comic Con, which is a
Something
joke.
funny that I
Let me
figured
ask
out, Pete. I think last month I said I saw online that the next issue of Hush 2 is delayed until January. Actually, comes
Of
out next month.
year.
No, yeah,
Oh.
comes out. It's in January next year, but no, comes out
Merry
next month, in November.
Christmas.
So we're actually getting another one, the next chapter of that. If anybody remembers what's been happening.
Wow,
So next month we'll have
I'm
Batman
gonna
number
have to
3
just
and
read
Batman
the
like
trade.
164 or something like that. 2 issues of the Batman title coming out next month. Okay. All right.
I need to reread just Hush 2 and Echoes, the trade, because
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea what's
I have
going
no
on.
idea what's going on. Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to admit that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Echo's
I
trade's
just-
out now too, so
But
There you go.
I will say that I have no idea what's going on because I read 95% of these Batman titles. So if anyone else wants to tell me what the best Batman book being written is, you could try to talk to me. But
Pete
chances
and I are
are,
reading a lot, like all the
Yeah.
Batman.
I'm reading them
There's-
all. So
Well, there's
kiss
hold
my
on. There
ass.
is one. There's definitely one that
I'm
we
not
don't
reading
read.
Immortal Batman. No, I'm not.
I wasn't even going to say it, but
I'm not.
all right. Pete did the work for me.
Oh my god,
back
that is
to-
like Nights into Journey Batman.
Back to
I
this-
don't know what that is.
I kind of echo everything that you said, so like we can move on. And something I wanted to note, is something with the coloring, but the art itself when Batman's suiting up and that middle panel that Yanin Drew. I just think that that's such a great Batman image, like when he's putting the cowl on. It's blue for sure. It's blue. It's this new Batman
That's
all in
company
look, but
wide
like,
so far. It seems like
yeah,
it's company wide, which is I'm
it's
fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm sorry.
hey, it's another one of those things. My preference is black. Okay, but what about blue? Do you hate it?
I'll
Absolutely
tell you
not. I
something,
can
Lauer.
still like it.
I'll tell you something, Lauer. I hate the Dark Knight suit. I think it looks like a horrible mismatched
And that's my
puzzle.
favorite suit, I think, in live
That's
action.
funny. Really, I
Pete,
can't stand it.
does this
I think it's
does
such a
this mean we have
downgrade
to
from Begins. But you want to know something?
does
Dark
this mean we
Knight's
have to start
phenomenal.
fighting?
Well, yeah, you're an idiot.
Wow. Ouch.
I don't know. Dark Knight's so great. I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, on top of that, everything you said, the casino, like the James Bond Casino Royale thing, cool.
Oh, it was
This
so cool.
dude, Batman. I mean, it's kind of funny, Batman, following this dude. It's just like he's in the countryside, swinging up like the cliffside and mountains and stuff like that. There's nothing around, but there's a bat plane. And so it's kind of like, yeah, a little hard to miss, but
I
yeah,
don't know,
whatever.
man.
It's
Like I
comic books.
love that type of bullshit. Like
Yeah,
because
it's
he's
comics.
Batman.
Who
I kind of
cares?
love the because he's Batman. Like I kind of love that excuse every once in a while. Like
I do
there was a
too.
time where I felt like DC embraced that, and they're like Batman got out of everything just because he's Batman. Like, well, yeah, because he's
Yeah, like
fucking
that's it.
Batman.
We don't need a freaking explanation on
I
every
don't care. He's
single possible.
Batman.
He took 19 steps to the left, and then he spun in a circle, and then he dipped down and crawled 2 feet to the right. I'm like, nope, don't give a shit about that. He's Batman.
Yeah,
Yep,
he's
there
Batman.
we
He's
go.
Batman.
Keep on going.
How did he get out from the pit back to Gotham? Because he's Batman. Shut up and
Yeah,
watch the movie.
it's that simple. He's Batman.
The
That's
goddamn
it.
Batman.
Yeah. There are 5 Wednesdays in October, which means we had some more Batman, Peter. Remember how we just talked about the last Halloween? Well, this is the last time we're going to talk about the last Halloween until we talk about the last Halloween in the future. Now, issue 10 of 10. Matteo Scalera was the artist on this one. This is wrapping it up, Pete. This is supposed to be the finale to the whole long Halloween saga. The end. Bada bing, bada boom. Close the book. Done. Was I satisfied? I can't wait to revisit all of these issues at my own pace and then buy the collected version, which I think comes out in January or March, maybe, and read it then. Because this is the first time with the Long Halloween universe of doing a, month by month as opposed to read it at my leisure because it's all right there collected. So I wanted to, didn't have the time, go back and reread everything leading up to this month. So everything would be fresh, connections would be made. Um, this issue on its own, I thought it was good. I don't think things hit as hard for me because I was doing a like, well, hold on a second. What happened where like pieces planted here, paying off here, and all making all the connections. So I highly look forward to revisiting so that everything can just be so fresh in my mind. Like that said, and spoiler free, of course, I do appreciate the how Falcone family looms large because I think that is the Long Halloween saga. The Falcone family is the villain of it, and it's also a Harvey Dent story, slash Two-Face. All of that is present. Robin is heavily involved here too, so the lack of, you could say, in Dark Victory, I think has definitely been made up for here in the last Halloween. I like just like looking at it, the very last scene in the story, how it connects to the Long Halloween, like visually alone. I think that's great. That
Yeah, it's
instantly,
great.
I don't need to sit there and refresh because I know the Long Halloween pretty well. Instantly
Oh,
picked up
do
on
you
what
now?
the nods. Yeah. So that was cool. Overall, it is one that I know you just said about like you want more Long Halloween. I do, but I don't because Tim Sale can't do it. It's just Tim Sale also looms large on this. It's his style. And so this was an interesting experiment of a different artist on each issue. And I think all but the one issue worked. And I wouldn't even say that one failed even. It was just like Sienkiewicz doesn't sing to
Was
me.
this story announced before sale passed?
No. So they did the
Okay.
special, which you and I covered
Okay.
on the show.
Hmm.
Um, and then he'd started work. So he'd started work and then he passed away. In which then Loeb had mentioned about how then he just put this story away and was like, nope, not happening. Without Tim, not doing it. And then he's mentioned it and when they re-released the special with a different cover and said it was number 0. Um, was it Batman Day last year? No, might have been Batman Day last year. They released it or around then. And there's an interview with Jeff Loeb. I picked it up because it has an interview with Jeff Loeb and Mark Chiarello, I think. And Loeb was talking all about that, and that presented a couple of in progress works of sale on the first issue. So I'm good without there being any more because this is an instant one of like, oh, this is the one that doesn't have Tim Sale. Um, I got the Tim Sale covers for every issue. I don't know if you did too.
I got. It depends. Sometimes I get when they shop late, so I got most of the sale covers.
Most sale.
Um,
Okay.
for me, this was probably one of the most satisfying endings
Yeah.
to a story ever. I mean, just everything about it from Batman and Calendar Man to Catwoman to Gilda and Two-Face, and then, like you said, the way they ended it. The two panels that are really gonna. Well, there's three panels. It's the full page spread of Batman, Two-Face and Gilda side by side. Like that's
Yeah,
nuts
that's
to me.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome.
And then you get essentially the rooftop at the end the
Yep.
book. Like I was like those 3 pages are just magical, and I'm so happy Robin's involved in that. I think Robin was just written wonderfully here. It was great to see him on display in the story. Um, I actually didn't miss Sale as much as I thought I would. That's just me. Because Loeb really hit everything that he needed to hit. So, and I appreciated all the tributes and stuff, but I thought I would miss Sale's art more than I did.
Gotcha. I think everybody did a really good job. I think Scalero here, like his art in this was awesome. The
Like some
coloring.
panels of Batman and Gordon look like Sale drew them. You know?
Yeah, and even the opening page with the pumpkins on the Arkham
Hmm.
Asylum, like that looked great, as well as the big 2-page spread on the next page, the villains on top and the other people on
Yeah.
the bottom. Like that looks awesome. I think his art was great here, and it wasn't trying to do his Tim Sale copycat. It was trying to in honor of him and fit this world. So, and I think there is a clear difference between the two. Um, so yeah, overall though, I was really happy with this, and I look forward to the hardcover that comes out, and then I don't see how they don't do this in an absolute edition to sit on the shelf with all the rest. I don't see how that's not going to happen. That's coming.
I don't know.
Am I going to buy the hardcover? Yes. Am I going to buy the
Yeah.
absolute? Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's going to happen. As of right now, I'm looking online, January 27th, 2026. The day that the next issue of Hush comes out. So get your Hush and get your Long Halloween. Make it a Jeff Loeb day. I don't think that's the last time we're going to talk about the last Halloween, Pete.
Not if you're around.
No,
Not if you're around.
it'll be brought up.
Now,
Let's
I
see.
want to have it. I want to have a 5 week anniversary for the long last Halloween.
The long last Halloween. The long last Halloween. um, there was another series that ended. So, Pete, we're not going to have as much work to do. Another series that ended, one that you and I have been very
Mhm.
fond of.
Mhm.
Batman and Robin, Year One. Mark Waid, Chris Samney. You can take it away first.
This was a great, great story.
Yeah.
That went on for a year. It felt. It gave me. Oh man. At times, like it felt like Dick Sprang, like just by looking at it,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like it
yeah.
felt like it belonged there, but it was way a little bit more serious than his stories were, right? It kind of had more of a modern feel with an old school look. And again, just Robin on wonderful display throughout. Detective work, just trying to figure out Batman himself, as we saw in last Long Halloween, right? Robin's like, he trusts me, he gave me a motorcycle, and then in this one he's like, Robin's like, is he listening to me? Probably not. I'm going to say it anyway because I'm just got to hear me, old man. You know, like
Yeah.
I love how Dick Grayson is just giving it to Batman throughout the story. And you know, it's, oh man, this Clayface just straight out of BTAS,
Yep.
right? That's just another little BTAS reference. Um, I again, just another wonderful chapter. Two Face, Robin, no guns, like that looms large. Um, and I think it ends a little corny and of like I said, of the Sprang era, but like it's absolutely beautiful. You get Vicky Vale, you get Summer Gleason, you get Batman and Robin silhouettes, right? In a fog light. So like, I don't know, dude, this is awesome. This is absolutely incredible. It was great, you know, and a little bit of not of a much of a hole Batman, a little bit more, you know, like, so this is what the spotlight is, old chum,
Yeah.
huh? Wait till those villains underestimate us now,
I,
partner.
I'm
Like I dug
I'm
it.
with you. I'm with you on that. Like, yeah, a little cheesy. You said the spring era. This there's an image in here of them with the spotlight on that made me think of that Brayfogle cover, Batman 465.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that
Kind
in there
of
too.
little that in there at the very back felt very much, golden age nod of the two of them in the circle. I thought
Ah,
that was
I would
cool.
love to get that as a print and get it signed.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great. Um, the 66 nod, them climbing up the side of the building.
Hmm.
Um, the I mean, it's just like you said with BTAS because Two-Face is driving this vehicle that is, split right down the middle. One side's all beat to shit, the other side is like pristine and clean.
I love it.
That's a comic booky nod. Like yeah, I'm with you of like this was a lot of fun, and we don't have to wait very long for anybody who's been waiting. The hardcover collection of this comes out in December. So I don't know. Somebody listening is just like, you guys just keep talking about. Well, it's worth it. It's one that I'll say when the hardcover comes out, buy it. Totally worth it. Great time. I look forward to reading it all collected. Um, yeah, good
And
series,
they've stuck the
consistent.
year one brand on like a lot of bullshit over the years. I think this one
Yeah.
really deserved it. Like this was
Yep.
well worth it.
Absolutely. I do not hesitate on recommendation for this one. I don't
Hmm.
see how somebody could not enjoy it unless you hate Batman comics. Let's see. Oh man, save the best for last, Pete. You thought you were done talking Absolute Batman. You're not done because there's an Absolute Batman annual.
Oh,
Daniel Warren Johnson, who many comic book fans would be familiar with because he was on Transformers, the Transformers
Robots
comic,
in
which
disguise.
I think I've read the first 12 of those. Maybe more. I don't know. 12 of those. Shout out to Carlos. Carlos got me started on those. And I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed his art, and I was interested how his art would transfer over here to Batman, and then not just Batman, absolute Batman. So Pete, uh, there's two stories in this annual. Daniel Warren Johnson did the first one, and then James Warren wrote and drew the second one. Take it away.
I actually think this story is better than anything Snyder's written.
Woo! Woo,
To be
woo,
honest
woo,
with you,
woo.
at least when it comes to Absolute Batman, I thought all
Hmm.
the Thomas Wayne moments were really genuine and nice. I still hate the fact that Batman drives this like I have no giant
Don't even know what
construction
it is.
vehicle. Like I
Yeah,
just that's like one of the dumbest aspects of this Absolute
yeah,
universe. Um, yeah, the Thomas Wayne moment saving. Obviously, it's cool watching Batman beat up, like neo Nazis or whatever it is.
yeah.
That's cool. But like it still doesn't like. I'm not like man, this is it. Absolute Batman just turn the corner. Like there's like at one point like the art is just so weird to me. Like Batman's back just looks like I'm reading it digitally. So like Laura, if you look at page 14, like that top panel, like Batman just looks so out of proportion. His triceps are as big as
Oh,
his
yeah.
entire back. Like I don't know, like the artwork just doesn't really work for me a lot of the times. Yeah. Overall, like I think it's better than the last one. The second story, I actually don't remember it as I'm flipping through. That was actually pretty cool. I actually did like that for the most part too. So
Black Mask Goons.
Yeah, I like the moments with the goon and his dad. That was kind of cool. That was a good one. But yeah, this annual is better than anything that has been written previously. So I'll say that much.
All right. I was surprised because there's more often than not, we'll say that annuals to me end up being like, okay, there's not
Waste them
a
$8.
yeah, like not a handful of like this was great. And I don't think this was great, but I'm pretty much I'm with you of like I think this is one of the strongest issues out of all the absolute Batman things we've read. I don't like the big construction vehicle shit.
Oh, it's
I
so
don't like that.
dumb.
I think it's kind of dumb. But I mean, the other stuff like Daniel Warren Johnson, he delivers action. There's a lot of action here, and you kind of can't argue with who Batman's
I,
beating the shit out of.
yeah, I just think it doesn't look good. I just think the art's pretty wonky.
Gotcha.
That's my take.
It's definitely different. And I can totally see that. Yeah, the Transformers one, sometimes there's you have to like take your time because it can seem like it's almost like a good comic book version of the Bay films where you're like, I need to hit pause and try to just digest what's happening because there's a lot here and I can't really see what's going on. But I thought like that
Oaks
was
in
it
disguise.
was it was good. Yeah, the Thomas Wayne moments were good. I think the Batman moments were good.
I think
I
that's the
dug
best Thomas
that.
Wayne has been in Absolute. Like I do, I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Black Mask goons in the second part and
Mhm.
Batman he's just really leaning into the fear aspect, which I always obviously love when Batman does that and
You
takes
know,
out the goons. That was
Lauer,
cool.
I'm
Sure.
thinking, it just popped
Yeah.
in my head.
Okay.
Do you think Gordon in the Absolute Universe is getting it in with Martha because Bruce in the Killing Joke cartoon got it in with Barbara? Like, do you think it's
It's
connected that way?
revenge.
Revenge bang. Yeah,
Yeah. Gordon
yeah,
somehow has seen the multiverse
yeah.
and
And
he's
he's
like, "You
revenge
son of
banging
a
on Martha.
bitch." And like in
Son
the
of a bitch.
killing yeah, in the Killing Joke, Joker is showing
Yeah,
the the
that's the part of
video
the amusement
security
rides.
camera of Batman and Barbara. It's not pictures of Barbara
Yeah,
being violated by Joker. It's Barbara and Bruce or Batman
yeah.
and Gordon. "Ah!" So yeah,
And
I
then
don't
and
know. It makes
then
sense. It's all
and then
connected.
Gordon goes, "Wait till Martha gets a load of me."
Yeah, you just wait
And
for
they
it.
were like,
Gordon's
"Whoa!"
in the absolute universe. Gordon's gonna be Joker.
They're like, "They don't call me Jumbo Jim for nothing,
That's right.
sweetheart. You better find out."
Jumbo Jim.
He just went off the rails there.
Yep. All right. Not edited though. Don't have the time.
Holzman,
Yeah, that's right. The full unedited version of that story will be on Holzyfans.
Holzyfans, after 15 minutes of feet pics.
Yeah. Oh God. All right, Pete. Now it's time for your favorite part of this show. Ooksis. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Uh, I've got Nightwing number 131.
Wow.
Your boy Dan Waters here.
Yeah.
Uh, Dexter Soy, I believe is the name of the artist.
Yeah, buddy.
Prime Nightwing. He's kind of sitting by, needs something to do. While Nightwing's like, dude, just take a seat. I got this. Got some Firefly in here. I think the art's awesome. The coloring of it is awesome, and
Mhm.
the story I liked quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
And how it ends, where it ends, with Prime Nightwing and Nightwing himself, and then the Cirque dude. I think that's just like a great uh image of like when that guy's been brought in, and I think that Soy's drawing and shading and all that stuff with him, I think it's a really cool atmosphere. So I thought this was a pretty cool issue. Continues.
Yeah, it's like creepy and unsettling. Like you can tell like Waters is kind of like finding his niche here.
Yeah,
And then there's a little bit like sci-fi mixed in with some Saw, and you're like, what is happening right now? Yeah, I like what he's doing. It's kind of out there. It's definitely not grounded,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
it
But
it's
tricks you
it's
thinking that it
wonderful.
kind of is. The art kind of makes you think that it's not completely out there and that it is kind of grounded, even though
Hmm.
it's not. But I don't know, something feels like it kind of is. And you know what? You can fool me that way, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm in love with it. And again, like also a great amount of Oracle in
Yeah.
this month as well.
She's
So
very
I'm
important
enjoying it.
to this Nightwing run since I picked up and started writing it, and I think it should
Mhm.
be that way because I do think the uh, Dick Barbara relationship is pretty
Heyo.
important. Hey, not the Batman and Barbara on a rooftop relationship.
Never see by the time I banged Gordon's daughter on a rainy rooftop in a cartoon.
Oh no! Tell me more. Pete, that's I
Batman,
know.
make love to me.
Holzman. That's all I have for Batman and Friends, Pete. What do you got?
Well, yeah, because you're lazy. Poison Ivy 37 was great. Just Willow Wilson continues. Batman was heavily involved in that. I tried to get Lauer to read it. He refused to read it because for some reason he hates
There's
redheads.
so many redheads.
So many redheads. Batgirl 12 was a step in a more positive direction. The story's kind of been maybe they kind of want to drop it a little bit, but 12 kind of restored my faith. Catwoman 80 was just a brilliant issue. Catwoman Italy. If you liked When in Rome, this is your jam. Like, this has been a lot of fun. And then I tried to get Lauer to read DC Knockout, but he refused to because
I just ran out of time. I am gonna read
pretty well executed first issue. There was a tease of Absolute Lauer. Oh no, the crossover's
Oh my goodness.
So we're gonna see what goes on there. Lots of Uxas involved, right? You know, I'm
Whoa.
excited about that. Basically, Darkseid fighting 4 different cities at once. The same Darkseid, not 4 different Darkseids. One Darkseid, 4 different places. It's crazy. Uxas is everywhere. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm having
What
so
a
much
month
fun
of
with it.
comics for you.
And you know
My
who wrote
goodness.
that book? Scott Snyder wrote it.
Scott
Oh my
Snyder.
God.
Snyder's rule it all.
Oh my God, I loved it. Scott Snyder wrote it. It must be crazy because I hate the other book. Oh no,
Yeah.
I suck.
How dare you?
Uxas!
Oopsies. Okay. Is that it? Did it on your issues?
Uxas!
Okay. All right. Got one more question for you then, Pete.
Yes, you've got a question?
Uxas!
All right. Pete answered it. All right. Thanks for listening. Pete, what was your favorite issue of the month?
Woo! Favorite issue of the month. Man.
Yeah. It's tough.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm looking at the list.
We had a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Batman and Robin year 1.
Whoa.
Upset. I like something with Robin.
For the sake of being different, because I was stuck with that one, and then Last Halloween number 9.
Last Halloween, Long Halloween Part 10.
Yep. So there we go. Just for the sake of different, Batman and Robin year 1 number 12, and Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween number 9. There we go. Done. Donezo. And next month, Dark Patterns wraps up, Pete. And we're going to talk about Hush 2 again. Oh my gosh, so much coming in
Hush
November.
And then what's gonna happen? The end's gonna have Uxas.
Yeah, Uxas shows up in Dark Patterns. He's like, I set fire to everything. Uxas.
That's right.
Uxas out.
There's no more DC Comics. Uxas erased it.
Oh, wow, what a plot twist. All right, there you have it. Pete, thanks for doing the work yet again. That's good. For the 5th time this month for the Batman in relation to Batman Book Club.
Yes.
Plug.
Straight of the Gotham, Spidey Coalition, Batman on Film, Batman Book Club, Holzman.net, Uxas.org, Apocalypse Change for the Better.net, and gumbo.bill.cowboys.robinsocks.org.
Okay, done.
Yeah, that's it.
And again, Pete likes to plug the Batman Book Club while he's on the Batman Book Club. So there you go. Follow it on the socials at the Batman BC. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel. There's some fresh stuff on there. Me and Pete, if you want more of us talking, go there.
I don't think we mentioned Uxas in the No Man's Land show at all. So Uxas free there.
He might have shown up. Let's be serious. When does Uxas not show up when we talk?
Uxas!
Yeah, there you go. If you want to support the show, a couple ways you can do that. Patreon.com/BatmanBC, tpublic.com, type in TVBC for the Batman Book Club. But if you don't want to spend any money in it at all, that's 100% A-OK. The easiest, quickest, most impactful thing you can do to help this little show right here is rate and review it. So however you listen to the show, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever, go to the rate and review page, rate and review the show. Because the more reviews the show gets, the more it helps spread the word. And as you, me, Peter, and Uxas all know, that word is panic. So, for Peter Verra, I am Ryan Lauer. And until next time, we will be back.